Hello everyone, welcome back to Seasoned Professional. My name is Hannah Octavia and I'm here today with
Fraser.
Fraser Cooks. So Fraser, tell me, what are we going to be doing today?
So today I'm going to walk you through my wife's pregnancy obsession.
Okay.
She's not currently pregnant, but when she was, her obsession was Caesar salad, specifically with like buffalo tofu. That gets like nice and crispy, and then the Caesar dressing is just pretty classic. And yeah, she was obsessed. So I've made it a lot in the last year.
So this is a tried and true recipe.
It is.
And you're going to teach me how to do it.
Exactly.
Fabulous. For our listeners, we're just going to kind of cook together, chat. This is the first time that I have done an interview while cooking. So that's two different things. I'm going to have to be chopping. I'm going to have to be making sure that you're chopping. I'm going to make sure that I'm saying the right thing. So I'm feeling a little bit stressed. Are you? Are you okay?
I am not feeling stressed at all.
Well, at least one of us is feeling fine.
But this is my first time also cooking and having an interview.
Okay, well, you just seem like a chill, just easygoing guy.
On the outside, for sure.
My energy is like up here. Have you not sensed that? Have you sensed that?
Yeah.
I think you sensed that.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get started.
So we're going to start by cutting up the tofu. This is extra firm tofu. And we're going to want to start with this because it's got to go in the oven. And as it roasts, we can do everything else. So then when it's done, everything's ready and we can eat.
Perfect.
So
Awesome.
I'm going to get you to cut that up.
Is there a certain way you want this cut up?
There is, yeah. So we're going to cut these into small little cubes.
Okay.
So I don't know if you know this in my research, but one of my first jobs was at like a vegan restaurant where we cut. That was that was my really first job. But the second job, I guess, was at a place where we cut a lot of tofu.
Okay.
So yeah, you're going to want to cut this into like 3 slabs.
Okay.
Just use your best
judgment
yeah.
here. Alrighties.
I might have given you too small of a knife, but
no, I think you're good. And are we just letting this fall?
Exactly.
Alrighty.
And then you're going to stack the 3 slabs on top of each other.
Lovely. I personally love tofu. I know some people don't, but back in the day, my mom would always, like, from childhood, I would eat tofu. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Did you eat tofu from childhood?
No, my childhood was very plain.
In what way? And then this way?
No, you're going to cut, you could do that, but
Yeah.
I find it easier to visualize if you cut it right in half first.
Right in half, alrighties.
And then you cut that half into thirds.
Thirds, alrighties.
Oh, no, just like this, sorry.
Oh, just
Again,
like that.
long ways. Yeah, we're still going long ways.
We're still going lengthwise. That was supposed to be in thirds, wasn't it?
It's all good.
That was supposed to be in thirds. You see, I do listen, but sometimes not well enough.
Perfect. And then you're going to rotate it like this.
Lovely.
And then you're just going to cut that into 4 slices.
4 slices. You know, that's much more efficient because now it's all cubed.
Exactly.
That's really smart. I find that I take a long time to do anything.
Don't we all? I'm just going to grab a bowl that I forgot about.
Sure.
And you're going to put the tofu in here, but if you don't want to use your hands, you could use this. This is just a bench scraper.
This is fancy. You see, I'm all about, in one of your episodes, you said the hands are the best tool in the kitchen.
They are, yeah.
And I very much agree with that.
Wow,
because
you got some quotes down.
I do have some quotes. They're all in my brain.
Okay, perfect. That looks great. We're going to go ahead with this. We're just going to call this cornstarch.
Okay.
Just for the viewers.
Just for the viewers. Lovely. And just the whole thing on top?
Yeah, the whole thing, yeah.
Whole thing? Alrighties.
And what that's going to do is it's going to coat the tofu and create like a nice coating, and then you bake that and it gets nice and crispy. You can go in here. This is 2 tablespoons of olive oil.
Lovely.
Just all in there. And then I'm just going to grab a wooden spoon. And before we use the wooden spoon, we're going to go in with a big pinch of salt. Maybe a little bit more than that, 2 pinches.
2 pinches. You know, I always have to go like this. Do you know that?
Is that for good luck?
It is for good luck, yeah.
Perfect.
I know. Now we've got
And then
good
you
luck.
can mix it with a spoon.
Okay.
And I'm just going to move these off to the side here as we go.
You know, that's one of my issues. I suppose because for the listeners, Fraser is a professionally trained chef. And I guess that's one of the first things that they teach you is like clean up as you go.
For sure.
And that's one of my faults, unfortunately.
You're not alone in that.
Why is it? Why do people, why is it so difficult to actually clean up? as you go.
Cooking is exhausting, and like
True.
I think when you're reading a recipe specifically, you're like focused, and it takes up a lot of brain power. And then you're like, oh, if you don't do it regularly, you're like, oh man, that was exhausting. And then you turn around and look at the sink, and you're like, oh, I don't want to do that right now.
Yep, and then just everything is everywhere, and it's just chaos. But now that I've put this in the tray, you have to answer one of my questions. So the first one is, where'd you grow up?
I grew up in Toronto.
Did you?
Born and raised, one of the rare ones.
One of the rare ones. I know. You see, I was born there, but then we moved to Burlington. Whereabouts did you grow up?
I call it North Toronto if people don't live in Toronto, but yeah, like Yonge and York Mills.
Okay. I was in like Leslieville.
Oh, I lived in Leslieville for a while.
Did you? I went to Pape school. It's now been...
we lived on Pape for a while.
Did you?
Oh,
That's funny.
wait, Pape? No. Carlaw. We lived in
Oh,
Carlaw.
yeah. I think I lived right near there. I think there was like a really sketchy grocery store or something.
No frills.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. It's a small world.
That looks great.
Perfect.
We're going to go ahead and put that in the oven.
Super. So you grew up in Toronto. You are a triplet,
Oh.
and you have a younger brother.
Yeah,
So what was that like?
that's all I know.
I'm sure it is all you know.
Growing up in Toronto was interesting because I feel like it's such a big city, and like often like kids at school wouldn't live near me, so I never had that like neighborhood kind of vibe. Everyone was super old.
Yeah.
So that was interesting, but it was also like super diverse. Like people in my school were super interesting people, and like, yeah, I don't know. That's all I know. So,
How did it feel like in having 3 siblings? Was it obviously you said it's the only thing you've ever known, but like, did you feel like the house was ever too full at times, or did you feel?
Well, we had a cottage.
Oh, okay.
So we went to our cottage every summer for
That's
like the
nice.
whole summer. So never really. It was just always like pretty hectic, which I like, but some people wouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, it never felt like too much, but it's interesting. We were premature, so we were
Okay.
3 months premature.
Oh, wow.
So we were actually held back a grade.
Okay.
So me, my triplet siblings, and our brother were only 1 grade apart, so we were like super close growing up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. And what should we put in here first? As
Yeah.
we're talking, we can do it all.
We have cashews.
Yep.
You can put those in.
Super. And so being held back a grade, do you think that had any impact on you? Like, were you aware that you were
Yeah,
a grade
for sure.
behind?
I always was like self-conscious of it, but no one, like looking back, like no one actually gave a shit.
Yeah.
Or it wasn't like I was held back because of my grades or whatever.
No, it's just more of the prematurity thing. Yeah.
That's what they tell me.
That's what they tell you.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. Were you all in the same class? Because you were technically...
No, so me and my one brother are actually identical twins.
Okay.
So the teachers were always confused by us, so we were never in the same class.
Yeah.
But then somehow me and my sister were always together,
Okay.
like up until grade 12.
That's crazy. Yeah. And did you, were you socializing together? Were you kind of avoiding each other in school? What was
the 3 of us were like
vibe?
pretty good friends until high school, but we all we went to, so because we were premature, not to get too long-winded, it was very scary to be born 3 months premature, and
3 of you.
and 3 of us, like for my parents, like very
Yeah.
traumatic for them. So they were always afraid that like we were gonna fall behind or whatever, weren't like athletically stronger than the other kids, or so they were very cautious with us.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm just gonna cut the ends off the garlic here, just because we don't want to blend that up because it's kind of like woody and not great. So we pop those in.
Was it a natural conception for the twin or the triplets?
That's what they say.
That's what they say. Again, that's what they say.
Who knows?
Who knows? Who knows what the truth is?
But so yeah, going back to school, yeah, my parents were always like afraid. So back in the day, the Toronto School Board would go on strike a lot. So they were worried we'd like fall behind even more. So in middle school, we went to private school.
Okay.
Because they were like, oh, small class sizes, we'll get like a good education. And when we went to private school, my sister went to a different school than us.
Okay.
So we weren't really friends for like 4 or 5 years.
Okay.
And then in high school, still weren't really friends with her. And then like grade 12, we kind of like were all going to the same parties and stuff. But
Yeah.
me and my twin brother have always been like best friends.
Okay.
And then our younger brother, in high school, he had a bit of a rebellious spell. And then when he resurfaced, we became like really good friends again.
Okay.
So yeah, always been close, which is rare. I'm learning as a
Yeah.
parent. There's no guarantee that like, just because you want more than one kid, there's no guarantee that your siblings or your kids will be friends with each other.
Yeah.
Which is like one of the reasons potentially why I wouldn't want to have more than one kid.
Okay.
But
Because of that fear that they would kind of drift apart or something.
exactly.
Yeah. And since you did experience that with some of your siblings, it's kind of like, could that happen again?
I think we've all come together now, so it's
Yeah.
all good. Like it's way better
Yeah.
than most people have it.
Oh, 100%.
So
And I think like all siblings kind of go through that awkwardness of,
especially in high school.
especially because you're trying to find your own path, you know?
Exactly.
You're trying to like be your own person. And with having, you know, an identical twin, it must have been hard to like delineate yourself from him. Do you think it was?
For sure.
Yeah.
Especially when it's really hard to explain, but like you,
Shall I squeeze?
sure.
All right.
Yeah, you want to be different than your twin, but at the same time, you have the exact same interests and you have the exact same friends.
I see.
And you're best friends with each other, so why do you want to be different? You know what I mean?
Yeah. So what were your interests in high school?
Music, punk rock.
Yeah.
That was it. I wanted to be in a rock band for like ever.
And have you ever been in a rock band?
I've been in two.
In two? What were they called?
Pre-social media.
What were they called?
Our first band was called Exit 13. That was with my two brothers and our neighborhood friend.
Okay.
My parents were big into like themed Christmases.
How do you mean themed Christmases?
Like one year we all got like bikes. The next year we all got snowboards.
I see.
Next year we all got music stuff.
Well, to be fair, with
There's a towel right here.
Oh, is there a towel? Lovely. My hands are burning though because
Oh,
I have a
okay.
cut. So 1 second. Well, I guess that makes sense. With 4 children, you want to kind of be fair in that sense.
Yeah, for sure.
So rock band. Did
Yeah.
you ever try to pursue that dream?
Up until end of grade high school.
Okay.
For sure. Like we were playing shows in my like more I call it serious, but like the other guys probably wouldn't.
Yeah.
But yeah, like we were playing shows in Toronto and
That's pretty. I think that's serious.
yeah, recording songs.
Very cool. Are they still out anywhere, these songs?
Uh,
These recorded.
No. We deleted our MySpace pages. If you know what that is.
I
then
do know what MySpace is. Yeah, back in the day.
I don't think Andrew does.
And so you kind of stopped doing the rock star thing.
Well, because I learned to play music with my two brothers,
Yeah.
we always had a built-in band, so I just found playing by myself wasn't exciting. So I just kind of stopped after high school.
Okay, so it was more that like community thing that you really liked.
Yeah,
about
like
it.
literally every Friday, my band would come over to our house. We'd
Yeah.
have band practice, and then all our other friends would be like on the couch playing video games, and we'd just hang out.
That's really nice. Leaving.
Before you go on, sorry, this
Yeah,
is
yeah.
silken tofu.
That is silken tofu.
So it's just a soft tofu, and it's just to get the dressing nice and creamy,
Okay.
and to bump up that protein
Beautiful.
just a little bit. We're gonna go with 3/4 of this container.
Okay, super. And for like silken tofu, all these things, you can just kind of get them at a normal grocery store these days, right?
For sure, yeah.
Yeah. So no need to go anywhere special to get this kind of stuff. From my research, though, I
these
hear
are
that
just
you were
capers.
not capers that into school. Is that true?
Yeah.
Yeah. So tell me, were you just like, in terms of, did you apply yourself? Did you just not really care? Like, what was the general consensus?
Well, like
of
I'm
school?
dyslexic.
Okay.
So like even like something as simple as like this is a black peppermill, but like I'll be like, oh, pass the red peppermill, or like can you pass that red plate? But
Yeah.
I would say blue plate, or like it's super like
Interesting.
it's across like my whole life.
Wow.
So that made learning like extremely difficult, especially like in math and English. That's what I tell myself at least, you know.
No, I think that's a valid thing to tell yourself.
And my high school was very academic.
Okay.
Again, my
wrap that
parents were
around.
concerned about us falling behind. So they wanted us to go to like a more academic high school.
Did they like have certain visions for your future for the 4
No,
of you?
they were always pretty chill in terms of that.
Yeah.
Like it was just like as long as you try hard.
Yeah.
They weren't like, oh my God, you're getting a 75 in math. Like you're a fuck up. It was never like that.
I was gonna say that's what I got in math.
I wish.
Is that bad? a 75?
No, that's great.
I think
That's
that's
amazing.
great.
Like, as long as the kid's applying themselves and trying,
Yeah.
it's like, that's all you can ask for.
Exactly. Exactly.
So yeah, I just like tried as hard as I could, and my parents were like pretty chill, so I just had no desire to study, really. I was like, why would I do this when I could just play guitar all day?
Fair enough.
And like none of those subjects interested me.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah.
And the dyslexia thing, when were you diagnosed? How old were you?
I don't even remember really being diagnosed.
Okay, so it was
I
just
was
like
just
an
like,
assumption?
oh, this says 10 on the page, but I'm saying 11.
I see. I see.
I know what dyslexia is, so.
Yeah.
But like pretty young, I found out that I had like a learning disability, whatever that means.
Okay. Were you told what that means? Or was it just you have a learning disability?
Pretty much, yeah. They're just like, this is what it is. You can take more time in school and like tests if you want.
Yeah.
But I never wanted to like, it was weird. Being a twin, you know, you don't want to like, I just wanted to like fit in, you know? So I don't want to be that weird kid like taking 2 hours to write the test.
I see. I see.
Yeah.
How did that make you feel growing up?
I don't know. I guess not that great, but
Yeah.
it's interesting. I just had therapy at 9 o'clock, and it feels like I'm back in the therapy office.
That's what I like to hear, Fraser. That's what I like to hear. I will let you take a rest from the therapy. Do we need to blend this?
Yep.
Yeah? Okay.
But we might not want to blend it on camera because it's pretty loud.
It is pretty loud. We'll be right back with this blended.
So yeah, I'll do like half of it, and then I'll show you. So we want to, I don't like a big bite of lettuce.
No, you want a small bit of
So I like to cut down the middle there, but keeping the core intact, and then you rotate it and do
Okay.
that again. So then that leaves like these more bite-sized pieces,
lettuce. Okay.
and then you can go ahead and just,
Cut. That's cheap. You know what? I'm actually learning things today.
it's great.
This is wonderful. Alrighties. And is that
That's
good?
perfect, yeah. And we're gonna go ahead and put this in our
In our little...
salad spinner here, which I actually recently bought maybe a year ago.
Do you think it's worthwhile, the salad spinner?
Oh, for sure.
You see, I was always like, it's so bullshit. Why does anyone use a salad spinner? But it's actually really worthwhile.
Yeah.
Because then the salad dressing doesn't like slip off the salad
Exactly.
when it's wet. You know, slip off the salad when it's wet would not be ideal. Now back to your life. So you have graduated high school. You know, you're not super into the whole academic lifestyle. And it almost feels like with, you know, the fact that you had dyslexia, the fact that you had this learning disability, like, it doesn't feel like you were given the best shot. You know, I don't want to blame the school system back then, but like part of me is going to blame it because nowadays, I think you would have had a different experience.
I think so.
And it's kind of, has it been something that you've had to deal with like later in life to kind of resolve those feelings about what happened?
Not really. I look at it as like I'm in this place right now because of the choices that I made versus like, it'd be really easy to be like, oh man, my life's so tough.
Yeah.
Nothing's happening for me because of my upbringing. But I'd rather look at it as like, oh no, like everything happens for a reason, you know? So,
Yeah.
Even like after high school, I went to university and struggled there for 2 years and then dropped out.
Okay.
And really only went to university because our high school was so academic.
I see.
And it was like, this is what you do kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then like went to college, graduated from there. Didn't really love the college experience.
Okay.
Worked for a bit, traveled, and then went to culinary school.
I see.
And then that was the first time in my life when I was like, oh shit, like this is what it'd be like to be like good at math or science or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
So, because I was enjoying it. It's like you're in a place that you actually enjoy going to.
Yeah.
It's a huge difference.
It makes a huge difference.
Yeah.
And I guess like when you went down the path of first going to university, what did you want to study? Or was it just to go?
I took marketing.
Okay.
Because I didn't really know what to do. And then
Yeah.
really early on, my grades were so bad that I switched to geography because at the time they didn't have any like sustainability type programs.
Okay.
I originally stopped eating meat for the environmental impact of things. So at that time I wasn't a vegetarian, but I was like super conscious of like my decisions and stuff.
I see.
So I was like, oh, if I'm gonna study something, might as well be something that's like gonna change the planet for something.
Yeah.
And geography was kind of like the only option. And then I kind of dropped out because I was like, I don't want to do this really. So then I went back to college and took advertising,
Okay.
which is like the same thing as marketing, but I don't know. I just felt like pressure to do something, you know?
Yeah.
And I did that like right after dropping out, like the same
Okay.
September kind of thing.
So like kind of back to back these decisions.
Yeah, like I didn't take any time to be like, oh, what should I be doing?
Yeah.
But
So did you feel a lot of like social pressure to kind of choose the right thing? Like was your family
for
pressuring
sure,
you?
not
or was
really. It was more just like society and like
Yeah.
just like, oh, I just felt like, oh, this is what I'm supposed to do. And I feel like for my generation, that was kind of no one really had I guess the confidence to be like, oh no, I don't want to do this. I want to do this.
100%.
Until you get some perspective and realize like, oh, maybe I want to do something I enjoy.
Yeah, and like people from that generation are now realizing once they've had like a 15-year career, it's like, oh,
Exactly.
maybe I don't actually like this.
Exactly.
And you know, at that point, it's never impossible to switch careers, but once you've done something for a certain amount of time, it can be hard to step away from it. It's almost like I feel like when you're starting something, specifically as an entrepreneur, it's almost like if you have nothing to lose, then it's like, well, might as well give it a go. Like if there's literally nothing that would be a fault here, then like what's the worst that could happen?
Yeah, for sure.
You watch this, I'll check that, and then we'll get back to our conversation. Do you have a pot mitt or do you just use this?
Yeah, I have an oven mitt.
An oven mitt, that's the word. That's the word. I actually do cook, despite my vocabulary here.
No
Thank
worries.
you. Ooh, this looks nice.
Oh yeah, it looks great.
That looks awesome. So should I just like do one of these?
That's exactly it, yeah.
All right. It's gonna fly off the board here.
That's probably good. You
That's
can put it
good?
back in, yeah.
Lovely. Oh man, the fact that clock is 1 hour behind, I'm like, oh my God, it's almost 2.
Yeah, my dad put that there because he has like bad vision, so he can't see like this clock.
Okay.
And I was like, we don't use this clock ever, but it kind of looks nice there.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like schoolhouse vibes.
Yeah.
Which
Sure.
is nice.
Yeah.
All right. What would be the next step that we need to do?
We're gonna grab that white bowl,
Okay.
and this lettuce has been washed. We're gonna pop that in.
Perfect. Look at that. It's like dry. Gosh.
Crazy.
The salad spinner. It's a crazy invention.
And then I'm just gonna try the dressing with a piece of lettuce, because that's what you're gonna eat it on.
I'm gonna try it too. Is it the consistent? Ooh, that's a good consistency.
It's pretty garlicky. Probably could have gone with 2 garlic cloves, but
I'm so surprised that tastes like a Caesar salad dressing.
you wouldn't think so.
Like truly,
I find the capers.
you'd have no idea.
Yeah, the capers make a huge difference, and like lemon juice, Dijon, black pepper is all in like traditional Caesar dressing. So.
Yum. You see, I normally don't like a caper, but it tastes nice in that. Now, the vegan thing, because your story is quite interesting because you became a vegan, but now your entire family is also a vegan. So tell me.
That wasn't by me.
It wasn't by you. I didn't say it was by you, but it was by someone. So tell me, your decision to become vegan and how old you were and walk me through
Sure.
that.
So I went vegetarian when I was 20.
Okay.
After watching this movie called Food Inc., which is basically about factory farming. And I had now no idea like about any of that stuff prior. You just don't think about it.
Yeah.
But it was at the time when I was like super into like the environment. And I remember doing like this thing where you put in like your about you and it shows you like your ecological footprint.
Okay.
I was like, well, if I just stop eating meat, like that'll cut that down significantly.
Yeah.
So me and my twin brother just all of a sudden went vegetarian
Okay.
when we were 20 on May 26th.
May 26th, nice.
That would have been like 2010.
2010, jeez.
Crazy.
So 16 years ago.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's been a while.
All right.
Which is ironic because like I said earlier, I grew up eating like really plain food.
Yeah.
Like I loved like a bacon sandwich and
Okay.
chicken fingers and like white craft dinner.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just like boring white people food.
Mm-hmm.
But it was all meat. Like
Yeah.
I loved vegetables, but I wasn't like adventurous in any way.
Okay.
But so yeah, I went vegetarian. I was vegetarian for like 5 or 6 years. And then 2 years, I guess 2 or 3 years into that same brother being vegetarian, him and his like ex-girlfriend went vegan for like a veganuary thing,
Okay.
just to try it out. And I was like, dude, how are you gonna do that? Like, what are you gonna eat? You know?
Yeah, of course. And look at you now.
He's like, oh, I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Because in that window of meat, both of us going vegetarian, we got really into cooking.
Okay.
Because we were living with my mom, and she was like, oh, like, I don't know what you're gonna eat for dinner, but I'm gonna have this. I was like, oh, I just want to have the chicken or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, basically he went vegan, and that really showed me that, like, oh wow, you could really be vegan and you know, be happy and stuff. So we did that, and I was like toying with veganism for like a couple of years, and then it wasn't actually until I was in cooking school, and one of my chefs was vegan, and I was like, whoa, what the fuck? You work at George Brown, you're a vegan? Like, that's impossible.
Yeah.
And it was really just all because of her, and years of being like thinking about it, and like going vegan for a couple days, and like trying out different like cashew creams and like stuff just on my own, while still eating dairy and eggs. And then all of a sudden I saw her, and I was like, you're living this successful career as a vegan, like, why can't I do this? And that was basically the switch.
And so what year was that when you finally went full?
Like 2017, 2016.
2017.
Yeah.
And you never looked back.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Pretty wild.
And then your whole family.
And that whole time, because I was in culinary school, that whole time, people, especially my mom, were like, you can't go vegan.
Yeah.
You're going to be a chef. What are you going to do? Where are you going to work?
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't care. I'm just like passionate about that, so I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
So.
Do you think that, like, no, mom, I'm going to do what I want to do was kind of the first time that you pushed back in your life on people?
Potentially, but it could have also been just from, dropping out of school basically twice. Like the second time was like I graduated, but I didn't do anything with that degree. But I think it was just me growing up and learning, like, I want to do what I want to do. Yeah. You know?
And that you can be successful in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people like live in fear of like what their parents think of them.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Which is
me.
Hard. But
it is hard. And I guess, like, because you have 3 other siblings, it's kind of like, not saying that your parents compared you, but like there is that fear that they would. Mm-hmm. Did that ever impact you?
No. My younger brother is like extremely successful, like in his own right with his wife, and he, around that same time that I was going vegan, he started a tea business.
Okay.
And he got a lot of that like pushback of like, you're fucking up your whole life. I don't know if you're allowed to swear on here, but
well, you've done it fine, so keep going.
And they bought a Sprinter van and like lived in van life for a long time, and it was just like, my mom especially has this idea of like what, I think it's changed, but like back then it was like, no, you do this, you go to university, you live this life. Yeah. And he really pushed back on that, and seeing him successful was like, oh, I could do this too, you know, which has always been inspiring to me. Yeah, yeah.
Because your younger brother, can we say who he is?
For sure.
Yeah, so Eamon and Beck, I adore them as well. So I'm kind of a fan of the whole family.
Nice.
But I guess, like, you know, I know that you find them so inspiring, and specifically Beck, like, you find her to be such a bright light in your life. Do you think that like, I talk to people a lot of the time about who you surround yourself with, and like, that's how you can like gain that success and, you know, kind of reach the new level of wherever you want to go in life. Do you think they've really been a huge reason as to why you continue to pursue this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like 100%. Like before I was still posting on social media, but I was like trying to be a chef, and I had like this tiny little restaurant, and this was in 2022, and I was like so tired from like COVID, and like every day it seemed like I had to like pivot and do something else and come up with like a line of retail products and whatever to like just make a basic living. Yeah. Yeah. And then like they gave me the opportunity to like write an ebook with them, and seeing like the success of that and seeing the success of like their YouTube audience and all of that, I was just like, whoa, I could just do this. And yeah, it definitely is who you surround yourself with. Like, I often think of my father-in-law, who's like extremely creative, I think, but he doesn't give himself credit, and he worked a job for like 30 years that I don't think he necessarily loved, but it was a job to like support his family, and he got a good pension and stuff. But I often think about, if he had someone like Amen or Becca that was like, oh no, you're actually really good at this. You should just keep going, and like someone to like push them.
Yeah.
Who knows what he could have done?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think certain people definitely are self-motivating, but I think I'm pretty self-motivating, but I also think like a push definitely, or seeing that direct inspiration in your life
Yeah.
is definitely extremely inspiring.
And, you know, him being your younger brother, was there ever like a hint of jealousy that he had this thing that you were still pursuing at? Or has it always been this like positive thing?
I think, jealousy is natural to come, but I think it's always been like, oh, wow, this is amazing.
Yeah.
Like, this is crazy. Like, you're going to travel the world because of your YouTube channel. And like, I feel like even my generation, I'm 36, they still don't understand like what you can like work full time online and like as a content creator.
Yeah.
And I often feel like my generation is just a young boomer generation, like in the way that they think. And I think eventually every generation becomes that. You get stubborn in your like old ways, like, but
what's that?
With the internet, it's allowed people to really like see more potential out of life. But I don't think I would have gotten that without them.
And also like create things out of nothing. Like you said, it's like some people still have that pressure that they have to go down a path because, you know, it's going to be the right choice for their family or their financial situation. And that's still a valid choice. But now it's like this would not have been possible,
for sure.
You know, 25 years ago.
Exactly.
And the fact that you are financially supporting yourself and giving back to the community and doing something that you genuinely love is something that like I'm so excited to surround myself with people like this. You know, for the listeners, I just moved back to Canada. I'm like trying to pick apart and find my people, and like this is the energy that's so positive that I think people need when they're trying to like level up, as I said.
For sure. Yeah.
Oh, I'm excited about this conversation. Anyway, should we check this before it burns? Ooh, that looks good. When is this done? How do we know that these things are done? Because technically you can eat tofu raw, as we are doing in the dressing.
So, yeah, it just has like these little kind of golden edges.
Okay.
This brand of tofu is a little bit softer.
Okay.
But that's okay. So I might cook it a little bit longer.
Okay. And do you ever squish out the water beforehand?
No.
No?
I don't know if you researched this about me, but I used to teach cooking classes.
I did research this about you.
And when I moved back to Ontario, we were living in Halifax.
Yeah.
That was when I kind of thought I wanted to become a cooking instructor.
Okay.
Because I really didn't align myself with like working on a kitchen line and stuff. It was just like shitty hours. Like I never saw my wife.
Yeah.
The pay was like terrible. So I was like, oh, I'll just teach cooking classes. This would be great, and I can like get people to eat more vegetables.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I wanted like all of my classes to be like approachable, and like you could find ingredients anywhere in Canada.
Yeah.
Like in the middle of nowhere, there's like probably a Fortino's or a No Frills somewhere.
Yeah.
So I wanted the ingredients to be approachable, but I also wanted like, with plant-based food, it's already such a hard time to get someone to eat a vegetable. I don't want you to be like, oh, yo, by the way, like, you got to soak these cashews overnight, and like if you forgot to press that tofu, like you're fucked.
You're screwed.
So I try and like kind of make things as simple as possible.
I appreciate that though, because I think, you know, when you say things like veganuary and, you know, going vegetarian during the week or something, I think there's a lot of pressure with it.
For sure.
Whereas you've kind of like completely stripped back the pressure, and it's like, no, I'm eating this because A, I want to protect the environment, but B, because it genuinely tastes good. Like, it's not like you're, I don't know, I feel like there's always almost an alternative motive sometimes when you're trying to go vegan, and it's like a hard thing to juggle with, because I love vegan food, but some people turn their nose up at it. Why do you think that is?
That's a longer story.
That is a longer story.
I'm not sure.
Is it because they just don't know?
Yeah, like uneducated,
it's like an
or that idea that you were saying is like surrounded by vegan food, where it's like
that you have to be a certain way. Yeah.
Whereas my approach is like, I'm vegan for myself, so I don't care that anyone is vegan. And at the end of the day, like 6 billion people aren't going to go vegan overnight or ever, so you have to be realistic. And you know, if there's like a little bit of butter in something, it's like, who cares, you know? Like, that's not the battle.
Yeah.
You know, the battle is to get you to like just eat broccoli once a week or, you know, buy a can of beans.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a win in my book. So
Yeah.
it's a lifestyle. Like, you can live it however you want to.
Yeah. There's not like a rule book for it. It's
Yeah.
like however it fits into your life is good. And I think like perhaps now in 2026, like that's more of the vibe. I feel like it was much more, and please, if you disagree, let me know. But I feel like the militant nature of it was much more of a thing a few years ago, where it was like, you must be this way, this way, this way. And then when there was the whole raw vegan stuff, and it just like went to a whole new level, that now it's just people can do what they want.
For sure.
And, you know, for whatever reason they want, kind of thing.
Yeah, I think a lot of people, those like raw vegans that now like are carnivores basically, there's a lot of them.
Oh my God, yeah.
A lot of those people
The
were
carnivore
vegan
people,
for like,
that's so weird.
yeah, a lot of them were vegan for like, maybe like they had like a eating disorder or something along those lines, and it's like, oh, I want to lose weight, so I'm gonna eat raw vegan. Oh, I
Yeah.
want to lose weight, I want to go carnivore.
Yeah.
Again, not really in it for like the right reasons,
Yeah.
but they have like a large following, so like a lot of people see these people as like celebrities on these pedestals.
Yeah.
Where, yeah, that's never been like my approach.
Yeah.
But
Well, I think that's definitely, because for a little while I was vegetarian, but it was definitely more for like a physical aspect, and I don't think that's sustainable.
for
You
sure.
know, like I'm not vegetarian or vegan, but I would definitely say that the majority of my diet is eating vegetables. So it's just kind of, but like for so long I had such a terrible relationship with food that like even, you know, eating bread would be like a uncomfortable thing for me to do.
Right.
Have you ever like gone through periods where like the way that you eat has made you feel a certain way about yourself or anything like that?
Not really.
That's
No.
nice.
Yeah, pretty plain over here. But yeah, I find that as I've gotten older, like alcohol has been less of a thing in my life,
Okay.
which has been great. That like clarity and like, I wouldn't say like I'm like sober, but like
Yeah.
being sober and like eating a vegan diet, I truly feel my best.
Yeah.
And then now I have a kid. It's like I can't drink. Like, that's not happening. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna be hungover tomorrow.
No.
I'm always, I tell people
No.
like I became a dad and now I'm like living for tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Which, do you think that's refreshing? Do you think you were ready for that period of your life?
Well, I've been like ready to be a dad for like a long time.
Yeah.
That's like the only thing I've ever wanted to be is a dad.
Oh.
But yeah, I think it like slows you down for sure. Like you can't go out on a Saturday night and stay out till 1 a.m. and like,
No.
that's just not gonna happen.
Because baby will be up at 1:30.
Hopefully not.
Hopefully not, but that's what happens.
Yeah.
That is what happens. Okay. Do we need to check that again?
Yeah. I'm just gonna get a spatula and move these around a little bit.
Okay. Super.
Because you see they've all kind of clumped together like that.
But they're browning nicely. Yum. I'm hungry. Now, tell me, because you've had a few businesses, you've done a lot of pivots in your career. The first one was the first one was, I'm going to remember what it was.
You're close.
No, don't tell me. It's that plated fork.
Close.
No, yes it is.
No.
That, what is it?
Planted fork.
Planted fork, damn it. Well, I was close.
That was a journey.
Was it a journey? Tell me about it. So what? So you graduated from your culinary school, where you were succeeding. You know, top of the class, getting there early,
Yeah.
doing all the things. You got inspired. You became a vegan, and then you graduated. Did you have a period where you worked in kitchens before you started your own business?
Yeah, for a long time, like 5 or 6 years.
5 or 6 years.
In Toronto, and then my wife was doing her master's at Dalhousie in Halifax.
Okay.
So after I graduated, I was like, oh, I don't really want to stick in Toronto, like if she's not here.
Yeah.
Because we had done long distance for a year.
It sucks, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not ideal.
Yeah. So yeah, basically I moved out there to be with her, and then she finished up there, and I was working in kitchens, and I got my first job to like manage a kitchen there.
Okay.
That was pretty fun. But then she graduated, and I was like, she didn't get a job in Halifax. We didn't want to stay there forever. So I moved back to Hamilton. That was when we moved to Hamilton.
Okay.
In like 2018 or 19 or something. No, 2018. And then that's kind of when I started that Planet Fork, was when I was doing cooking classes.
Okay.
And I needed like an avenue to promote them on Instagram.
Yeah.
And that was when I came up with the idea to like pair them with a brewery.
Okay.
Because I was struggling. I was doing them at grocery stores for a long time.
Yeah.
And it's just like no one was showing up. Like it was just terrible, and you were
Yeah.
making no money. So then I thought of the idea to like make it more of an event. You know,
Yeah.
people love beer and drinking and stuff. So, and focus more on like skill versus like a bunch of recipes.
Okay.
So like I did like a vegan cheese class or like a kombucha workshop or
Ooh, that would've
sauerkraut or hot sauce.
Okay.
Stuff like that, like to like spark someone's interest, but also like not super overwhelming for me.
Yeah. And something that you can do kind of multiple times.
Yeah.
People can still like gain something from it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I was doing that, and that was going really well. And then I got like the second best job I've ever gotten in my life. I was a private chef. At the same time, I was doing cooking classes.
Yeah.
And then when COVID happened, like it was like, yeah, everything fell apart all at once. Like literally, like the one Sunday, I think it was the NBA was like we're spending the season.
Yeah.
I had a class that Sunday, and like it was sold out at Grain and Grit, which is a brewery in Hamilton, like 30 people, and like that morning, like 20 people canceled,
Jeez.
and I was like, oh shit, this is intense.
Yeah.
And then like all of my private chef clients were like, we're gonna take a couple weeks off and see what happens. And then I was like, oh fuck, what do I do?
So you have this like high, and then immediately the world
Yeah, it was like
shuts down.
extremely short-lived. Like
Yeah.
the private chef and cooking class thing was like only 3 months.
And you felt this like momentum of
Extreme
like
momentum. Yeah, I was like, if I just
everything's
have the
going
one in
on.
Burlington, I could survive off of just her.
wow.
So yeah. and
So
then the world shut
how completely devastating was that?
down. That was like in my era where I was like, fuck it. Dawn is like working from home now. This
Yeah.
is sick.
Yeah.
Um,
I'll be a house husband.
yeah, pretty much. Like
Yeah.
CERB was a thing.
What was the thing?
CERB, it was like the government
CERB.
would give you
Oh my God! Yeah, I did
$800
not.
a month or something.
I did not. I was not smart with that. I was not smart
Well,
with that.
me neither. But one of my goals after a year on that was like, okay, I want to get off CERB.
Okay.
But I was still doing so basically COVID started and I was like, okay, I'm gonna do like meal kits.
Yeah.
I had a friend who had a restaurant around the corner from me. I was like, oh, I'll just make everything in his kitchen, sell it all, drive around, do everything. And that was like insane. Like that was like no money, but like so much work. And it was all a pizza meal kit. So I was like making the dough. We were changing the pizza every week.
Yeah.
So that was really when like that Planet Fork started. I
Okay.
would say like we rebranded
Yeah.
and hired this marketing company that was a waste of money, but like a big learning experience.
Yeah.
That's what I say by like all of these experiences has like shaped who I am, you know? Because without failure, I find like you don't really grow, you know? You gotta fail a couple times.
You do, and then you kind of have to get back up again
Yeah.
and keep going,
Yeah.
because
Because I often
Yeah.
think back of like the days making the pizza dough in Buddy's restaurant and just like so like naive.
yeah.
I was like making like $300 a week like in sales, and it was like
Oh my God.
it was brutal. And then I was driving like all the way to like Milton and Guelph to make $30, and then drive home. It was crazy.
I think you really undershot
quite
your
the era.
meal kits.
Yeah,
You could have definitely charged more for that. Oh my word.
yeah, but
I
yeah.
guess
So then
it's that
I
learning
rented
curve.
a stall in the farmers market,
Yeah.
and then I was like, oh, sick! I'll use this as a commercial kitchen space and
Yeah.
really get these meal kits like pumping.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then I was like, yeah, this is gonna take off. It was always like that like false belief in myself. Just like so confident that it's gonna work, and it kind of like manifests itself into working in one way or another.
But that's kind of what you have to do, I think. Like, I think
I
you
just shut
almost
that off.
have to be a little bit delusional, perhaps,
For sure.
is the word.
Like, have you seen that movie Marty Supreme that just came out?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it, but there's that quote in the trailer where like Gwyneth Paltrow's like, how do you know this is gonna work out or something? And he's like, I just believe in myself.
How do you live?
Well, I live with the confidence if I believe in myself, the money will follow.
And what do you plan to do if this whole dream of yours doesn't work
That
out?
doesn't even enter my consciousness.
And it's like, that's kind of, I've always had that like belief in myself.
Yeah.
So anyways, got the stall. It's still that Planet Fork. The stall is like struggling because it's like, I don't know if you've been to the Hamilton Farmers
I
Market.
have the inside one, right? Yeah.
Real interesting in there.
I thought it was cool, like back in the day. Is it not?
Yeah,
is it not
it's
nice
cool
anymore?
to visit, but it's not cool to be a vendor there. You like, make
Oh,
no
okay,
money.
it's not a good setup.
It's just like seems like you're It's run by the city, so it's super slow moving.
Oh,
And it's like, this is the way it's been for 40 years, so we don't want to change anything.
I see. So just really stuck in the time.
Yeah. And that was when I rebranded to No Bones Kitchen.
Okay.
And was more of like a quick service breakfast and lunch spot.
Okay.
And then I also had those relationships with the brewery cooking classes.
Yeah.
So I did pop-ups at a lot of breweries, anything to kind of get me out of the market. I did that for 2 years, and I had a staff. We did retail products.
Wow.
And then in 2022, I got my first like brand opportunity
Yeah.
with Beyond Meat.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, we'll pay you $800 to go try the new A&W burger.
Gorgeous.
And I was like, whoa, you'll pay me $800? Fuck yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then I was like, oh, if I just shut everything down, I'm not spending any money on any of this stuff.
Yeah.
And I can just go full in on like the content, and there's no reason that won't work.
Yeah.
You know, like if you're doing 7 days a week of making content, like something's got to hit eventually.
You'd think.
So that was when I shut that all down. And like
Yeah.
a big stress of that was like having the staff and like being responsible for their incomes.
Yeah.
So it's like if I'm just responsible for me, who cares?
Who cares? Well, I hope you care. I think your wife
Well,
would
I'm
care
the only
too.
one that cares. Yeah, 100.
Your wife would care too.
Yeah.
So that's quite the whirlwind. Do you think, like, looking back at all that stuff that you did, obviously you're glad that you did it because, as you said, it kind of brought you to where you are today. But, like, if you could describe those years in a few words, was it overwhelming? Was it chaotic? Was it exciting? Like, how did you feel?
Definitely like exciting. Like
Yeah.
I love being busy, and like
Yeah.
that's one of the problems. Like this is my favorite job I've ever had.
Yeah.
But one of the problems is like it's very isolating
Yeah.
and extremely like imposter syndrome like every day. So that's one of the problems is like you're just by yourself. So I like the camaraderie of like having the team, and like even at the market, like your neighbors are like your competition, but like you shoot the shit with like buddy beside you, and it's like, oh, we're all struggling, so who cares?
Yeah.
That's what I miss about it. But yeah, it was exciting. Like, and I was like, it was like COVID, so like no one knew what was going on anyway. So I was like, who cares? Like,
Yeah.
the worst thing that could happen is I miss a rent payment. You
Yeah.
know, like
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't give a shit. So, well, he did, but at the time, it's like, oh, if you miss a rent payment, who cares?
Yeah, exactly. Well, because it doesn't almost feel like, I don't know if you have the same feeling, but it's like, in my head, it's like, that won't happen.
Yeah.
Like, I won't miss the rent payment. Like,
Well,
something's going to work
like,
out.
If I'm like sales are down, I'll just like teach a cooking class.
Yeah.
And make the money because all my cooking classes sell out. Or
So you always had this kind of like continual entrepreneurial kind of getting all the crumbs together and making something work.
yeah.
You know? Like, there was never an option for you for this not to work. Like,
Yeah, and I've often felt that basically since I got into cooking,
Yeah.
it was like, well, I don't want to go back and just work at a restaurant, so I'm going to do anything I can to not do that.
Yeah.
Which is, I did the meal kits, and I did the retail thing, and then it was like I'm not going back to be someone else's employee, so how do I not make that happen?
Yeah. How do I like break free of this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like being your own boss is like the best thing in the world, so.
I agree, but that isolation thing that you talk about, like, I so deeply resonate with that because it's like you see, you know, my boyfriend will be at work all day and he'll tell me all about his workmates and, you know, he'll have friends there, and I'm like, I have not spoken since 7 a.m. this morning, or I've spoken to myself and it's in the camera.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like this weird thing of like, I so desperately want this to be my life, but also on the flip side, it's like editing, you know, 8 hours a day and doing this is very isolating, and it's not all this glamorous thing
For sure.
that people, you know,
Yeah.
paint it out to be.
That's honestly why I like 2 years ago, I reached out to Andrea, and I reached out
Yeah.
to a couple other creators in Hamilton, and Andrea was like is the one filming this.
The one filming, yeah.
She was the first person that I ever talked to in real life that had like 1 million views on Instagram.
Wow.
And I was like, whoa.
Were you like starstruck?
Kind of. I was like, Andrea has 1 million views on Instagram.
You have a million
This is
views on
insane.
Instagram too.
Now I do, but
Yeah.
at the time, it was a struggle. And I was like, whoa, she's actually responding to me. She lives in Hamilton. Like, why don't we meet up and like film a video
Yeah.
together? And then she said yes, and now we're friends. But that was why I like started to reach out to people because I was like, oh, if I reach out to someone, at least we could film a video together, and like that's one
like,
day a week.
I'm speaking.
Yeah.
You know,
especially
like, I'm
when
not
like my
going
wife
crazy.
was, she's on mat leave now, but like when she was in the office,
Yeah.
like, whoa, this is intense.
This is like, whoa, I'm learning a lot about myself and it's not going well.
Yeah.
Okay, is this done yet? Let's see.
I think so.
Oh, that's looking crisp. All right, this looks good. This looks crisp.
So now
Look
we're
at
gonna
that.
add this. This is just buffalo sauce.
Okay.
And you're gonna toss
Lovely.
that. I can get you some tongs if you want.
Oh, no, look.
So you don't get some on your shirt.
I think I'm doing it. Do. But yeah, I'll use the tongs to break it up. So let me just get my thoughts in order here. We've talked about that. We talked about that. We talked about that. Now, let's talk about you know, building your following, your following on Instagram. How did it feel when like you started getting actual, I don't know, content that was working?
I remember.
What was the first thing that went viral? I think I'm nailing
Hard to
this.
say because I was reposting a bunch of stuff.
Okay.
Like I was like, so I worked with this film. So when I shut that all down, I hired a videographer.
Okay. And why did you hire a videographer? Like, why did you think that was going to be the
Because
thing?
I was like, oh, if I can get this to look really nice, there's
Yeah.
no reason why this won't go viral.
Then people will think I'm legit.
Exactly.
Exactly, yeah.
Um,
Hence the videographer right now.
yeah. This is legit.
Yeah, this is legit.
But yeah, so because with short form content, it's like you have a second.
You do, yeah. I did.
And I was naive. Yeah, that looks great. We're gonna set that aside.
Fabulous.
You can add maybe like 2 scoops with this
2
spoon
scoops, okay, lovely.
to this. So yeah, I hired the videographer, and we did that for like 6 to 8 months, and it wasn't really working. Like nothing was growing.
Okay.
So I was basically like spending money for nothing, and I was like, well, if we move on from him, at least I'll get the exact same results, and not be spending money.
Yeah, positive.
And I don't know what it was. Like that happened in the summer. In the fall, I opened Instagram and I had 30 new followers.
Oh,
I was
that's
like,
nice.
Like it said 30 followers on the notification.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, what the fuck is happening? This is crazy. And then there was a couple more incidences like that in the fall, and then basically that December, it was like 100 new followers a day.
100 followers a
Maybe
day.
a little bit more.
Maybe a little more.
And then in January, it was like insanity. It was like 4,000 followers a day.
That's actually insane.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Holy shit. I only hope. That's crazy.
Yeah, it was very overwhelming.
And is that when do you think like the imposter syndrome and like the need to like keep up kind of started to settle in?
No, that was
Or-
more of like a, this is exciting.
Okay.
How do I keep this going?
Yeah.
And that honestly kept going for like 6 months.
Amazing.
And yeah, like a couple months of like literally insanity. And then that was when managers started reaching out to me and were like, oh my God, I got to represent you.
Yeah.
I represent all these other people. We make all this money for you. But I was like just doing it myself.
Yeah.
I was getting brand deals because it was the only way I was making money.
Yeah.
So I was getting really good at like reaching out to brands, cold calling,
Yeah.
doing it all myself.
Yeah.
And looking back, I feel like I really like robbed some companies of money because
In
I
what
only had
way?
like 10,000 followers,
Yeah.
and I was being like, oh, actually, like, you know what? I only charge this for a video, so is that going to be in budget? And they'd be like, okay, sure.
No, that's what you have to do.
Yeah.
Good for you. You did not rob anyone.
So
you have to, from what I've heard from my research, I've actually never had a brand deal, but one day, I think people like don't give themselves enough worth.
definitely,
You know?
yeah.
So no, good
And
for
there is
you.
a real problem of people like underselling, being like, oh, this is all you can do. Okay, well, I'll do this just because.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
that's a problem that I know lots of people struggle with.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was self-managing myself for like that first year. Sorry, that was even before I had blown up. So I was still at like 13,000 followers for like a year and struggling, but learned so much from like reaching out by myself.
Yeah.
And then when I started blowing up, the managers started coming, and they were like, these stories they were telling me were like insanity. I was like, dude, there's no way this is gonna happen.
And like, what kind of figures were they giving you? Are they like, you're gonna make $2 million kind of thing?
Like
what
this
were they
one
saying?
company-
Like, what were they selling you?
This one company that represents this guy that I really like,
Yeah.
the reason I wanted to work with them was because he was working with really cool brands.
Yeah.
He's like, they're like, oh yeah, once we get you like 100K a month in brand deals, like then we can.
$100,000 a month.
Yeah, they're like, then we can get you someone to like work that can do your website for you, and then once that's bringing in like another 100K, we'll talk to like TV shows and book deals, and I was like, what the
What?
fuck is happening?
That's like crazy.
It's wild. So yeah, past 2 or 3 years was has been a whirlwind, and there's been some other like surges of following.
Yeah.
Like just this past November, I think, gained another like 100+ K.
Wow.
Yeah.
And can you like pinpoint why these like spikes happened?
The first one I
like-
think was like, for the longest time, like I wanted the videos to look a certain way, but the videographer wasn't doing that because they were editing the way they
Interesting.
wanted it to edit,
Okay.
which looks really nice.
But it didn't match what you wanted.
Yeah, or like that's what I tell myself at least. It's like, oh, maybe now it's working because I'm showing myself and I'm doing it all myself.
I think that could be why.
Yeah.
I think so much of like, you know, entrepreneurship is like having to show yourself a little bit, you know, because you are the brand. You
Yeah.
are Fraser Cooks.
Yeah, which I think is, now that I think about it, we've been thinking about this a lot in the last day with like managers. It's like, oh, should I be in those meetings? Because I'm the one that's making the content.
I think
know?
you should.
Yeah.
And it is almost weird that you're not, because at the end of the day, like, you're the creative aspect of it.
And then another thing at the start was like I was like, oh, I gotta post. Like I've always been like I gotta work harder than everyone else. So I gotta post like 5 days a week.
Yeah.
And that was like kind of working, but then you get so tired, especially with the kid. It's like I can't do that now. So now I
Yeah.
try and post like 2 to 3 times a week.
Yeah.
And yeah, find like what works for me.
Yeah.
And it's like, because I've noticed one video can really change your life and like truly get you like all the followers you'd ever need.
Yeah.
I don't need to try and like get 10 videos done a week, you know? Like I'll film a video when I have the time and
Yeah.
that's it.
And like keeping that consistency rather than like
Yeah, exactly. Trying
driving
to stay
yourself
consistent.
into the ground kind of
Yeah,
thing.
that's huge. Like I'm trying to do one YouTube video a week for the next year,
Wow.
which
Have
I
you
kind of took a
posted-
2-week break.
I was gonna say, have you posted one yet?
I posted one on Saturday.
Okay. Okay.
With,
Fabulous.
I think it has 90 views.
It'll have 91 and hopefully more by the end of the day. Shall we plate?
Sure.
And take a seat?
Sure.
So how has it been like actually working with brands and stuff? Like, does it feel
Definitely brand dependent.
exciting,
Definitely depends on the brand.
surreal? Shall I plate?
Sure.
Yeah.
Some brands are really fun, but I find it's mostly the marketing company who's like the middle person is the one that ruins your
Experience?
yeah.
Yeah.
But generally very fun and like generally 90% of the time, 99% of the time, it's always positive.
And in terms of like the finances, I'm not sure if you want to get into it, but like, is it like, how do you know how much to ask for? How do you know what you're worth? How do
Basically,
you-
what I asked for in the last brand deal is what I ask for on the next one.
Yeah.
Until my following gets like an extreme spike.
Okay.
But I give people discounts if it's like a friend's company or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or if it's a little lean, you know, like the last year has been really tough with like the crazy shit going on in the States.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like so many companies have been like, oh, we'd love to work with you. And then a week later, oh, actually, due to the economic uncertainties, we're going to have to stop this for now.
Oh, really?
Which has been
That's
hard.
scary.
Yeah. So it's leading me to do a lot of like low ball offers and stuff.
Okay. And does that make you scared for the future? Does it, like, how
No.
No? You see, I'm just
'Cause again,
putting,
I think
I'm
that-
putting all my fears on you. Have you noticed that? I'm like, are you scared? Are you scared about
I think
this?
that like there's so many examples in my life that if you just keep on going,
Yeah,
it'll
that it'll
work out.
work
But like going and quitting and doing something else is like not an option.
Yeah, because like, and also now that you like have a family, you know, it's like you want to show this version of yourself to your son, I'm sure.
For sure.
Yeah,
Which is ironic because my dad was an entrepreneur.
he is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did he
But,
work in the telephone business?
Yeah.
Is it creepy how much I know about you?
No,
No.
his life's pretty
Bob.
online.
It is pretty.
Everyone loves him. I don't know why.
Because I think he's just like,
Hey, everybody.
it's like the relatable figure of like everyone's dad. You know, like I think, and like his like, what's that station that they always say, the little thing that he sits in? It's like
Oh,
the
the admiration
the
station.
admiration station, exactly.
Admiration station is.
Should we? How much do you want?
Yeah, you can do like a scoop on each.
A scoop on each. This smells so good. Yum.
So yeah, I've always had him to like kind of look up to as like he's always done like he has so many stories before he had a successful business. It was like failed attempt after failed attempt, and like I feel like every day he's like, oh, back when I used to work at a flower shop,
Yeah,
and it's like what?
I never knew you did that. I know, isn't it funny when
There's
you?
just so many pivots, but like
Yeah.
he never gave up.
That's really. So do you think? because you're surrounded by all these people, like your younger brother and then your dad and then, you know, the people in your family, like, do you think you're almost destined to kind of create your own path in some sense?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Again, going back to like, I feel like I don't have a choice because I'm just not willing to like give up and see what that looks like. So I also think like if I were to drive to Toronto every day to like work in insurance or something, not that anything's wrong with that, I just couldn't be that person that would do that, like commuter life, you know?
Yeah.
So I often think about like going and working the trades and like being with the guys and like that would be super fun.
Yeah.
That would be like the only reason I'd give it up. But then I'm like 36, so.
No, you're still young. He runs, guys. He runs. All right, shall we take a seat and we'll finish up our conversation? Sure. We are here. We've got our lunch. Let's take a bite, and then I'm going to continue grilling you. This looks so good, and I'm hungry. If you have misophonia, stop listening.
It's pretty good. It's great.
And the tofu is so good. It's kind of like, got like a crispy bite to it, but it's like almost still soft in the middle. A bit of heat. Woo!
Yeah, it's spicy.
Oh no, it's hot ones. Now tell me, let's see. My last line of questioning. I've just completely gone blank, Fraser.
You were talking about my dad, how he's an entrepreneur. I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't know either. Now I'm just staring at you to make you uncomfortable.
Every year we make a calendar. My mom makes a calendar, which is right there.
Oh, very cute.
From the year.
The whole family. So would you say like family is kind of like the most important thing to you?
For sure. It was my first tattoo.
It's your first tattoo?
Yeah.
And what, was it like a family tattoo that everyone got kind of thing?
No, we do
or?
I have like 3 family tattoos.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty intense, right?
That is pretty intense.
No, it was just like, I think it was like the first time I broke away from like my parents' judgment was like, my mom's like was super against tattoos. She thinks it's like biker and like rough and whatever the fuck people think.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, if I get like a nice one, like maybe she won't care, you know? That was a thought.
And is that the truth?
Yeah, she was like kind of pissed, but then I was like 23, so it's like.
You kind of can't say anything.
Yeah.
It's like, well, I'm kind of going to make my own decisions now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say it's pretty important though, but it comes and goes. Like with my aim in traveling so much, I used to travel quite a lot, and then my twin brother lived in Vancouver for a long time.
Oh, okay.
My sister lives in New Zealand.
Oh, wow.
So something that I've struggled with is like you grow up with this idea that you're best friends with your siblings, and then they all want like different lives. So it's like, oh, maybe was that all like a lie kind of thing?
That is so relatable.
Yeah.
Like, I had this vision in my head that like, oh, you know, in the summers we'll go to a cottage. We don't have a cottage, but somehow we're going to acquire a cottage and everyone's going to be happy and lovely. But like, everyone has their own life.
It's hard to make time.
It's kind of sad when like you expect things to be a certain way. And now, you know, you're creating your own family and doing your own thing.
Yeah.
But it's like weird trying to have that image in your head and then like the reality of things.
For sure. And it's interesting. It's all come like full circle. Like brothers moved back to Toronto. Eamon doesn't travel as much. Sister still lives in New Zealand. But yeah, it's been like special to have like this time, you know? So it is. We do have those cottage weekends though, which is nice.
That is nice. That is very nice.
Yeah.
And your parents are divorced.
They are.
So when did that happen? Had that had a big impact on you, or the whole idea of like what family is?
I don't think so. I mean, it had a big impact on me in terms of like my.
Damn it, Kai! I'm sorry. I already stained some of your pants before.
They got divorced when I was 20.
Okay.
It's a pretty big year for me. Parents get divorced, go vegetarian,
Yeah.
get into cooking.
Was it a shock?
Not at all.
No.
Literally every night my parents fought.
Oh, okay. So was it kind of like a thank
It's
God?
pretty intense childhood. Yeah, pretty much like, oh, finally kind of thing.
Why do you think they stayed together so long?
Oh, that classic story. Oh, just until they're done high school.
Yeah.
which is terrible. Like I hope that I never get divorced, but
Yeah.
I hope that it's like, okay, you get divorced when you are ready. It's not like, oh, let's wait around for this perfect time, because it's never going to be perfect. So yeah, it wasn't like a terrible experience in terms of like spending a weekend at my dad's and then spending the next week at my mom's. It was just like we all just moved into my mom's house.
Okay.
So.
And was there like now, it's been 16 years since that happened. Is their relationship better? Is it
Yeah, it's
the family
interesting.
unit is all together again, or?
Yeah, they definitely have a better relationship more as like friends. And I also feel like my dad had a lot of pressure on him to be, the breadwinner, 4 young kids, a lot of stress.
Yeah.
So that's why he says he's not like angry anymore, because he
Yeah.
like doesn't have that same stress from his wife.
Yeah.
Because it's crazy. He's changed a lot, like for the
Yeah.
better since then. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like if he was on YouTube back then, people would hate him.
Well, it's fun. I think the reason, now that I'm like thinking about it, why I related so much to your dad, seeing him on YouTube, is because he reminds me so much of my dad. Like that kind of, really hardworking, but at the end of the day, once the stress is gone, like they're completely different people.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm sure he put so much pressure on himself that maybe wasn't even needed. But it's like that, being the breadwinner, being a father to 4 young children, like it's almost hard to not fall into that trap of like,
Sure.
I need to provide. And it'll be interesting. Like my dad is such a pessimist, and he's still like working and still like, both his kids still work at home, or not work at home, live at home. I just moved back home again. And it's like, I can see him kind of going back into that like way. And I'm just hopeful that once we're out on our own and, he feels less pressure, that he like gets back to that like happier self.
For sure.
But it's kind of sad, being alive, you have to just like deal with so many people's emotions, and it's like, I can barely manage my own.
Exactly.
I can barely manage my own.
I do think my dad, he recently moved in with my brother and his brother-in-law.
Yeah.
And I think that sense of community has helped him a lot, versus like, I think old people get so isolated, especially as like a divorced dad.
Yeah.
Kids move out, you don't have anyone. He grew up like, or I guess our life, he never had any friends because he was working so much. So now he has like a little bit of community, which has definitely improved his quality of life.
I know. I think there's something about living in a duplex that would be amazing.
Yeah.
Like but it depends who your neighbors are. If they're not good, then like I don't want it.
Yeah.
But like, Kaya, you want to move in with me? So she dates my brother.
Oh, nice.
So this is the relationship. But now she's going red. I'm embarrassing you, Kaya. But yeah, we have about 2 minutes before we have to wrap up, and then we're gonna go finish this delicious meal off camera because, the chewing, all I hear when I'm at home is stop chewing, because my brother and my dad are like obsessed with that. Anyways, I digress. But I suppose my last question for you is like, obviously you're at this growth I had this problem with the word the other day, trajectory. The momentum is happening. What are you most looking forward to in 2026? And what are some things you hope to happen?
I'll say like one work-related and then one non-work related.
Perfect.
Non-work related is obviously watching our son grow up.
Yeah.
He'll be 1 next month, which is insane. Like, honestly, like boomers say like it goes by so quick, but it really goes by so quick.
Yeah.
And so I'm looking forward to like seeing him walking and talking, and he's so fun right now. But so yeah, just seeing that. And then work related, just like trying to be more consistent and like being less reliant on brand deals.
Yeah.
I think will be exciting. Like, I'm trying to grow my Substack and trying to make money on YouTube and Facebook and just like other opportunities. Kind of like back in the day when I was doing the meal kits and the this and the that. It's like, well, the brand deals are working, but they're not. I want to be less reliant. I don't want to be like, oh fuck, we don't have any deals for the next 6 months. Like,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So that's what's exciting about the future, I guess, next year.
Well,
What about you?
What about me?
Yeah.
Let's see. Personal, I'm excited about hopefully moving out. I was living with my boyfriend for 2 years and then back in my childhood bedroom. Has been interesting.
Nice.
So I'm hoping to move to Toronto. And then professionally, in terms of like this, I just really am like, I don't want to use the word desperate, but I'm going to because it's accurate. I'm like desperate to create a community of people. Like I really, really want to continue speaking with people. I want to continue doing like these more interactive things because I think it just adds a whole new layer to the conversation. And because there are so many podcasts out there, like I have to differentiate somehow. And even though my stunning personality is one way of doing it, it's like I need a little bit more. And I have had so much fun doing this with you. I've had so much fun like being on set and like, I don't know, you have a vision in your head and then it comes to life.
For sure.
So I'm really excited for that.
That's great.
That is my future. Yeah.
Good luck.
Well, thank you so much for
Thanks for having me.
having me in your kitchen and making this a lovely meal together. Anywho, I don't know how to end this, but thank you so much for watching today, guys. It was an absolute pleasure to be here with Fraser. And yeah, please like, subscribe. And where can we find you, actually? That's the last question.
Fraser Cooks on everything.
Fraser Cooks on everything. Bye. All right, that's a wrap. I feel like I need to crack my back. I feel like I'm literally like standing like this.
Go for it.
Well,
The Pilates class I went to.
and my nipple pads are coming off. Anyways, yes, Pilates. Tell me.
Be a functioning adult. I keep turning back to a child.